And Furious Pete is another competitive eater, but Furious Pete does stuff where it's like, I'm going to the Nathan's hot dog stand and I'm gonna, eat 60 dogs fast. And then LA Beast does like, hey, I bought the sourest substance on earth off the Silk Road, and I'm gonna eat it on camera for you. So it's just a different kind of eating challenge.
I think I'm confusing with Shoenice.
Oh, Shoenice.
Yeah,
yes.
He's a classier Shoenice because Shoenice will, eat caulk.
He's winning competitions that no one else is competing in.
Wait, classier than that?
Yeah, classier than that. Yeah,
it's a high bar.
When he would do those handles of vodka and stuff, it was like, this is a problem because he can open his throat up and like pour a bottle of vodka down his throat in 6 seconds or something, and he would do it regularly. And it's like, oh my God. You watch somebody take a whole big bottle of Absolute and not chug it, but fill their gullet up like they're a gas tank, basically. And then he's just all watery-eyed. He's like,
I remember those old videos where he's like cracking it on screen. He's like, crack it on screen. Everybody knows the rules. You put it on screen. And it's like, man, it's like, did he pre-game this video? This guy's a titan. Like his body ripped through alcohol like nobody's business, apparently.
You'd hope he'd throw it up right after, right?
No, he's an alcoholic. No.
I guess
I watched a guy who goes from like establishment to establishment eating food challenges. They have like the biggest burrito, and if you can eat it, your picture's on the wall and it's free, etc. And he goes around and does that, and that's fun to watch because he usually wins. I'd say he wins 90% of the time. Like the ones he loses, it's like, well, come on, no one can eat 87 pounds of fish. he'll go eat this like an English breakfast that's 13 pounds. He'll eat 10 or 15 pounds of food in a sitting. And
but for the grace of God, go I.
It's awesome. It's awesome because I kind of feel like they don't expect to have to give this meal away for free. So I kind of like seeing him stick it to them. They're back there sweating like, I don't know. He's ate 4 pounds of fucking prime rib. What are we going to do?
Oh, we forgot to mention that every 20 minutes, it's the roach challenge. Put it on your face and let it crawl around. Yeah,
have you ever
I wouldn't do any of those.
Have you ever done that at a place? Tried to eat their big burrito or their whole pizza or anything?
Went to a place when I was 16 and they had a 72-ounce steak option. I probably got through 55 to 60 ounces, and then my mom said to stop because she was worried that it would like be bad for me. And it was like, I'm already in so deep. And I remember I was motivated, but she was like, no, you're done. No more eating this steak. And I was full. So I didn't win that one. I could have won. I could have flew through the last 14 ounces of that thing.
You're like Napoleon Dynamite. You're like, I can still throw that football over that
mountain. If Mom would have just let me eat the steak, I could have got her down. I'd have been a competitive eater by now.
Well, in retrospect, it is an embarrassing thing to brag about, Brandon. So thanks to
it was hilarious. I don't know. You're doing your job well.
Bismol, getting my toes on by beautiful ladies.
If I'm motivated, I can just keep eating.
Like a 5-pound burrito one time in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So that's 60 ounces of burrito.
That is a lot. What was the breakdown though? A lot of carbs or heavy in the meat?
Was a wet burrito that took up a whole like big platter plate, and it was like covered with melted cheese and shit. There was a lot of lettuce and stuff to get through too. Yeah. It was awful.
I hate wet burritos. You can fuck off. It's a hand food.
Really?
I hate
even if you're sitting down in a Mexican restaurant, you don't want the.
No. If I'm getting a burrito, I want it to be a hand food. Just like if you've ever seen those burgers that those douchebags will make a beautiful looking burger and then they'll dump cheese on top of it. It's like, go fuck yourself. Like now you've made a to-do. Now you've made a big to-do of all this when we could just
TikTok nonsense.
Yeah, I hate that. And also, you guys told me about there's a Reddit forum called like "Give Me a Plate," and it's people like eating burgers off of like car hoods and also all sorts of nonsense like cutting boards.
There'd be like an old coffee can full of popcorn or something, and it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I cut my fucking finger again.
Is this a pop top? God damn it! What year is it? Yeah, it's bullshit. I would definitely want a real fucking plate. I've been to fancy restaurants where they would serve like a flight of steaks on a silly plate, but then it's just like 3 little bites of food. But I see on that subreddit, people will get like a normal meal, but it'll, like you said, it'll be served on a hubcap or something.
Dude, I'm looking at the top post of We Want Plates all time. Most expensive restaurant I've ever been into. The chef made the starter in our hand, and it's a picture of them holding with their palms up. The food is in their palm.
They made the food in their palm of their hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
What's
know how to
this?
eat
I
it.
am going to make assholes of them. Some French
Well, I
guy
hate
being
that.
a douchebag to American tourists. Yeah, that's ridiculous. This guy's eating off just a board.
Oh, this guy's eating off an iPad with a picture of a plate on it. What the fuck?
that's just all right. That's just funny on purpose. That's pretty good. I
Well,
like
like,
that with the picture of a plate.
I think, Kyle, you've said before, of the morning alcoholic beverages, you do like Bloody Marys.
Yeah. Bloody Mary's
So
good.
you've seen the Bloody Marys where they put just baffling amounts
I've
of
had
stuff in there.
I had a Bloody
Really?
Mary that had a slider attached to it.
That's the reference I was going to use for the absurdity.
Yeah. It's obviously you want like an olive, maybe some celery or something, so you can dip it in the sauce or the Bloody Mary and chomp on it. But I've had one that had a slider coming out the top.
Well, I don't even know what this is.
What the fuck? It's a bag of some goo that's attached together with a clothespin. That's a Bloody Mary. It's a Bloody Mary dude. It's just chunky. All right, I don't believe that one.
What was the last one that I walked in on? Because it looked like a dead fucking raccoon.
Yeah, it looked like it was.
I don't think it told us what the meal was. It was an appetizer so this is a subreddit called We Want Plates, and the most expensive. Oh, you're talking about this one. I'm sorry.
They served him as
Oh,
bread
yeah.
and like a coonskin cap.
Hell yeah, brother.
At the come on down to the Davy Crockett Diner where everything's a little hairy.
As it was in olden times.
We Want Plates. My wife's cocktail was served in a hollow stone and had to be drunk through the whole without a straw.
How do I know there aren't spiders in there and shit?
Yeah, how do I know
That's
that the
part
inside
of the
of that?
mystery.
Yeah, like I'm not worried about spiders. I'm worried about like the caked, sticky remains of whatever sugary, syrupy drink was had before me, and there's no way they're cleaning that thoroughly.
Some of these are just made up. I choose to believe that there's no way you would give someone that on a goddamn napkin.
Yeah, this is them being. Well, maybe it's not.
I do have a funny story about that. There's what's up?
I'm sorry. There was a typewriter. I thought there was going to be food, but it's the bill came out in a typewriter.
Yeah, they got
That is horrifically hipster. There's a place locally that used to have sliders that they bring out, like pork sliders, that they would bring out on a literal brick. Like it was a brick that had wax paper on it, and they would put each one of the skewers through the 3 holes in the brick. And they, at one point, they stopped serving it on a brick, and we were like, no, fucking bullshit. Bring the brick back. And they had a whole stack in the back, and it was a deal. Me and my buddy was a donut operator. We were like, all right, we will give her an extra $20, not tell her obviously, but an extra $20 tip every brick she brings out. And we just, every time she'd come back around for drinks, we had another brick, please, by the way. And we had like a stack that was like, we started building a wall that was like 8 bricks high. She just kept fucking bringing them. She was cool as shit.
They have $160 tip just for being the brick.
We were just racking it up. We didn't fucking tell her, but it was just it was a fun bit.
Dude, you have to have a lot of confidence in the food you're serving to give your patrons bricks. Like that speaks for itself.
We had to ask.
You could always break something.
Yeah.
Throw it through a window.
Yeah, just giving them a weapon as their food is served.
That's what they're doing.
We joked about it later because they stopped carrying the bricks altogether. Apparently, it's just like a pain in the dick to clean. We're like, did you have like an industrial fucking washing machine that could handle the bricks specifically? But we told them, one of our servers, about the $20 tip bet or whatever, and he was like, dude, I'm about to break out a pickaxe. This whole place is made of brick. I'll bring you as many as you fucking want. $20 a piece. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think that my palate is just not refined enough. I've never been to one of these restaurants where they serve. I've been to one restaurant many years ago where they served something on a rock, and that's all I can remember. It was like a big flat river stone, and I don't even remember exactly what it was.
I've been to the fondue place where they make shit in front of you, but I can't compete with this.
The fondue place, like I've done that, but it's like you're It's in a little cauldron. It's meant to be carrying food. This is disgusting. Like these Modelo's better be fucking empty.
What were you saying, Kyle?
I was gonna say I'll never forget us being in that fucking fondue place, and we ordered like an $18 cheese dip, and we were all so hungry. And she's like melting the cheese. She's like, first a quarter pound of Parmesan, and here's like a half pound of cheddar, and this is a half pound of Colby Jack, and we're just like, fuck yeah! And she's stirring it and melting it, and then she's like, and then a whole Sam Adams, and before anybody can say anything, she upends an entire Sam Adams beer because it is a beer cheese dip, and all three of us are just like, oh.
See, you ruined it.
I've made fun of you guys for this before.
Piss in it too?
It bears repeating. It's beer cheese. It wouldn't be the correct consistency if you didn't add that. That's part of the recipe.
Well, we went to a different restaurant and had another dinner after that.
I'm sorry.
That was my favorite part.
Are we in a cheese knowledge duel right now, my friend? Is that what we're doing?
I'm just saying, if you put beer in your cheese, your cheese opinion means nothing to me.
No, you don't know anything. Less than nothing. You would have been sitting there with globby, wouldn't stick to the bread appropriately, and would be coming out like a rope over the side of it. If you
I'll tell you what we did. We poured it out. I mean, we poured it out. That's what we did. We didn't eat a bite of it because
yeah. But how was the consistency when you poured it out?
I mean, it was
perfect. It was probably perfect. It probably poured right out of there the way it was intended. It would have just congealed into a mass if it didn't have that.
Taylor, you're describing cheese congealed into a mass. That's what cheese does. You don't.
Well, not a cheese dip.
You've been fronting all this time.
Not a cheese dip. If you want a cheese dip, you want the ability to dip your bread in and then not have it bring a big tacky pulley.
That's what the heat's for. The heat will let you dip in it. I'm telling you, it looked amazing until she dumped that pea from Sam Adams in there.
Yeah, I was so.
I would never deign to speak to you about lifeguard procedure. Never. Nor would I correct Brandon or Kyle on guns, but when it comes to this, you're wrong.
Well, let me ask you this: What if instead of a beer, she put 12 ounces of beef broth? Like, wouldn't that have been way better?
If that was offered, then to get that one. Well, the beer
is not offered. It's beer cheese.
You ordered it.
We didn't know what we were getting, Taylor.
It's beer cheese.
It's what, to be fair, on Taylor's side here, it's one of the two words.
I don't remember ordering it. I don't remember how it happened. We were all sort of sharing the same food. I don't know that. I don't know who said to get it. It could have been any of us.
Yeah,
but like it's the same reason. Like, you've had burgundy mushrooms at steakhouses before, right, Kyle?
No, I don't like burgundy mushrooms. I don't put wine in my food or alcohol in general. I don't.
God damn it! There's mushrooms in my burgundy.
The reason that it's good is because it's just adding the flavor of the wine, but all the alcohol is going away. It's all cooked off immediately. And so, if you don't like
the wine, is the thing I don't like about
you don't like the alcohol. The alcohol is bad. If they were adding a bunch of booze into your mushrooms, it would taste like butt cheeks.
So wrong.
No.
They burnt off all the alcohol in this pot of tepid cheese. You burn it off in a saute pan, fucking flambéing or something. But I don't like the taste of alcohol in general. I don't need those rich tannins in my mushrooms. I don't
Well,
care.
It complements the steak pretty well.
Well, not for me, Taylor. But then again, as you fully admitted a few minutes ago, you don't have much of a palate, do you?
Well, not enough to go to these restaurants. But if I saw beer cheese on a menu, I could parse that information pretty quickly.
Well, no one's. We all know your reading comprehension is second to none, but that's not really what's at stake here, is it?
Ordering beer cheese and being mad at beer is wild.
I didn't order it. Who ordered it? We don't know how that happened. Look at Joe Lozon ordered it, and he's like a fucking Dagestan. He's never had a beer in his life. You know, Joe Lozon has never had alcohol in his entire life. That was the first taste of alcohol Joe Lozon had in his entire life. Was that disgusting beer cheese with me and Woody? Literally, it was
so fucking pure. He doesn't take ibuprofen. He doesn't put any contaminants in his body.